Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow YouTubers. If you're new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe, and thumbs up button. If you're a comer backer, welcome back. First of all, saw a comment from Tildor, and I'd like to correct Tildor on something. Sorry, son, but I'm the one with the wooden spoon, and I'm going to be using it. So, school is now in session. My mom's and my grandmother's very fine wooden spoon. It's well aged too, by the way. Wow, look at this. It's got like little chunks in it, and that's a well aged spoon. Now, I'm here to tell you about prepping tonight, all right? So I talked to my sister. She said the problem we have in this country, and she made a good point, was that you all need to prep because Uncle Sam's not going to be bailing you out when something happens like World War III. Nuclear war. Natural disasters. So let me put it to you in her perspective. Nuclear war happens. What happens? Nuclear war. People don't have time, so you got to prep. Then if there is no nuclear war and the power goes out, people start panicking. Stores have backup generators. They rush to the store. They're worried that things are going to happen. And then nothing happens. And then, if that doesn't scare you guys, think of all the natural disasters that happened in the past where they say, breaking news, there's going to be a severe snowstorm and 200 degrees Fahrenheit below zero in the Dakotas. Everyone rushes to the store to grab everything they can to stay warm and to be fed and to have their preps because they're now in prep mode. They are prepping at the last minute. Now, let me tell you something now, people. Now, Tildor posted a comment earlier. He said, as a prepper, again, sorry, Tildor, I'm the one with the wooden spoon, so school is in session, that it goes like this. All right, I'm just going to say this. Rita knocked it out of the park. Great rant. I would just like to say, as lead commentator, if you want to bark with the big dogs, you got to quit pissing on with the puppies. Well, now, that's not directed at me. That's directed at you, the preppers, not me. I'm prepping every day. Now, prep like you have a pair. School is in session, of course. I'm the one with the big stick. I just showed you that, the big spoon. I'm holding the wooden spoon. Come on, peeps. It's not time to pump the brakes. Ply hap. Yeah, ply hap, whatever that is. So, for you preppers out there, what does that mean exactly? Tildor's telling you. Well, Teddy, my sister, just made a comment tonight on the phone. She said she's working retail, Walmart, Target, etc. When a natural disaster is about to hit, and they know there's hurricanes, flash floods, tornadoes, earthquakes. Well, earthquakes are unpredictable, but most of these other weather patterns are, right? Snowstorms. They rush out and they strip the stores, pick it clean. And then when you go in there, because it's a bigger thing, sometimes they rush to other stores, Targets, Walmarts, Fred Meyer's, Kroger's, Costco, Sam Club. They pick it clean. People are in a mad rush. It's like they're buying for an entire army in their family because they're not prepping. This is why Mama Fanny keeps telling you guys to prep. And I'm doing it for her because she's unreachable right now. I love Mama Fanny dearly. So I'm doing her job a bit. So you got to prep. You got to get everything in order. You got to get your generator, your power gen. You got to get your jackeries, your solar generators. You got to get your gasoline generators. You got to get your lanterns. You got to get your lantern radios. You got to get your short band. You got to get your wide band. You got to get your side band. You got to get your scanners. You got everything you need to make sure you're prepped and ready to go. And to do that, let me put it to you this way. You preppers have a new reason to prep. And that is, again, Teddy and I talked about this. When the grocery stores run out, they only carry about 3 days of food or less, depending on the crowd. And they bring it in every 3 to 4 days. So trucks delivering food mostly every day at a Walmart. Same with Target. But if all of a sudden, bam, snowstorms getting ready to hit the Dakotas, and snowstorms are going to hit somewhere else. And then what? And then what? Because frankly, you got to ask yourself, do you have enough preps? I mean, think of it. This is earthquakes can happen any time. When it does, think about it. An earthquake hits anytime, you're screwed. You're literally bloody screwed. You don't know how it happens. It just happens. Are you prepped for it? If not, you better reconsider your stuff. Now, when it comes to the snowstorms, they give you heads up. Heads up in the news tonight. There's going to be a snowstorm. It's going to leave Higgins town 36 inches of snow. They're all rushing out, getting lanterns, batteries, fuel, oil, everything you can think of to survive. And then you have the others. When hurricanes come, they give you a heads up. Hurricane Higgins is coming down the pipe, and it's going to be wiping out half of Texas. All of a sudden, they're all fleeing, if they're not prepping. Then what? Then what? Think about it. Prep like you got a pair. Because that ain't over to the fat lady's things. Dry lightning hits. It could set a forest fire. Worst thing in the world is to be not prepared for a disaster. Now, some disasters, people say, what's the point? Living on a mountain and fire happens? You can't evacuate yourself. You basically either leave when the government tells you to, or you stay and hope like hell your house doesn't burn down with, Think about it. You preppers need to prep. I mean, natural disasters, a lot of you think FEMA will just come in 3 weeks later and give you food. But what do you do for 3 weeks without grub? Think about it. I mean, literally, you're the ones that are going to be suffering if you didn't prep enough. I mean, there's a time and place for everything, and right now is not the time and place to do many things. Time is the prep. Prepping's coming short. Every day inches us closer with a war with Russia and China. Every day we're inching closer to nuclear war, possibly. Every day we're inching closer to a banking collapse. And yet, in a great reset, you have the preparedness to live. Maybe you have the survival to live. But you need to keep prepping because that's what you guys do. So, think about it. My sister and I had a nice chat. I want you guys to think about that tonight. Think about it. Are you prepped? Are you ready to go? I mean, I ordered more prep gear already tonight. And I got it documented to order prep gear every week. Every week. You think I'm sitting on my ass playing games? Well, Sunday's my day of rest, but I did place my orders. So, got some more food storage containers coming in. There's other containers. Another thing I want to add to the preppers list, if you guys think about it, is the Rubbermaid rough totes. You stack them and you can put your preps in there and you just keep stacking them until you need it. Plain and simple. You know, that would be perfect for storing stuff. So think about it, peeps. Think about it. And I want you guys to think on it and chew over the fat with it. In the meantime, just think about it. You got to keep prepping, because if you're not prepping, you're hurting yourself and you're hurting your community by not prepping. It's not our job to take care of you or your kids. It's your job to take care of you and your kids. And if you're one of these many hobos that sit around and ain't prepping, you got a problem. In the meantime, I will be making a video in the morning, a morning coffee edition again. Probably several throughout the day, depending on what I'm doing. But I wanted to get this video out there for you all, just to say, you need to keep prepping. Grocery stores in a lot of places are full. People think, oh, nothing's going to happen. Supply chains are coming back. Trains are running. Think about this for a minute, people. Eventually, you're not going to be able to buy a loaf of bread because it's going to be so expensive. That's why they keep telling you to invest in a bread maker. Make your own bread. If you don't want to bake your own bread, you want to pay a high price, go for it. Eventually, there's not going to be any wheat in this wheat brought into this country because everyone else will want to bid for it. And rye and barley. There won't be any bread. Then what are you going to do? Think of it this way. Chloe went out, picked me up a box of pretzels today, right? I'll give you guys an example. Sourdough. What happens when you don't have the ingredients? Let's see, this ingredients. Wheat. So, wheat flour. See? What if you can't get wheat? What if you can't get yeast? What do you do then? You sit back and say, oh, Lordy, Lordy, what do I do? Lordy, Lordy. Oh, which reminds me, where's that 2 liter? You want 2 liter? Yes, I want the 2 liter. Have a drink before I go. Okay, maybe that'll help me wake up. Did I even buy one? I didn't? No, I guess I didn't buy one. I thought I saw one on the floor. Chloe wouldn't have moved. Alright, so I guess there is none. Weird. Thought we had one. Oh, well, guess there wasn't. So, for you guys out there tuning in to my nice channel tonight, guess I'll drink water. I've already had 9 glasses of water today. I can drink another. Oh. Little cherry Pepsi will help my tum-tum. So, here we go. For the rest of you preppers out there, need to keep prepping. Now, this is a treat. Chloe picked it up for me because I wanted hot dogs for dinner with the soda. Fortunately, I didn't have the hot dogs. I ate some pretzels with some cheese sauce because of Higgins. Blame Higgins for that one. And then, but you see where I'm going with this, okay? Let me just go do it this way. The United States imports a lot. Think of it this way. It's the final part of the lesson tonight. They import everything. What happens when you can't get wheat? Rye or barley. You can't make beer. What are you going to start making? Potatoes? Potato water? Vodka? We can make potatoes. No problem. We can live off potatoes. If we didn't export a lot of our potatoes, this country could live off potatoes. If we didn't export our wheat back then and made other crops, we would have wheat and rye and barley. If we didn't export corn to turn into corn oil and everything else, we would have corn. Think of it. Everything we do is either very small amounts of corn for popcorn, corn on the cob, and other things, or certain farmers are growing certain things in certain bulk for canned corn and canned green beans and canned whatever, right? So think about it. Most of our stuff's being imported. If we can't import it for 340 million people, someone's going to die and someone's going to go hungry. So your best bet right now is to get off your ass and basically keep on prepping. Think of this lesson in food. What happens when you go to the store, traditional store? Hey, Bo. Oh, look how cute he is. And you go to the store and you say you want milk, and there is none. What are you going to do when little Timmy wants his cornflakes and he can't have it, or little Tildor with no milk, and then you can't give little Tildor milk? That's why you keep powdered milk on hand. Formulated, make it up. You can get milk by the case. Long-term life milk. And you open it as you need it. You can get canned milk. Condensed and condensed milk. And then the sweetened condensed milk. And then non-sweetened, the other milk. Baking milk. Think about it. Are you willing to go to the store thinking, that everything's fine because you didn't prep, and you find out you get there, the grocery store's been stripped clean within a couple hours because you're making a list of everything you need, and you go down there and it's empty. And then you find out there's nothing for you. Then what? What do you do then? That's why you got to prep now. Grocery stores will be empty. We don't have the infrastructure to keep bringing, Think about it. We don't have the infrastructure. I mean, milk, eggs, butter, gone. Cheese, gone. Then what? You sit there and go, oh, it's gone. What do I eat? That's why you got to prep now. Prep now, prep long, prep hard. In the meantime, stay safe. And think about what I said. In the meantime, I will make a video tomorrow. We'll talk about some new prepping tools. Actually, let me just get the prepping tools out of the way now so I don't forget. You need a meat scale / bowl and Ziploc bags to zip up your meat. Once you get it, you can actually weigh it and put it in the right portions. Or several scales. One for dry goods, one for meat. Should be working just fine. Get her done. And go from there. So, think about it. In the meantime, get your prepping in order. Get your house in order, because it's not going to get any easier. It's going to get worse. people think it ain't going to get worse because they live in a land of milk and honey. And then they want to sit there and say, see, I told you you're a crackpot. You were wrong. Look at me. I'm living a life of Riley. Nothing happened to us in this 2029. See, that's what they want. They want nothing to happen. They have so much faith in the government. The government is a blanket, a security blanket. Think about it. So, my opinion, think about it. You got to do something. Start doing it now. In the meantime, be happy and keep on prepping. I'll be back tomorrow. Please add, subscribe, please post comments, leave feedback, suggestion, hit the like, subscribe button. It's wholesome fun for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, service dogs, service bunnies. Hit thumbs up button, subscribe button, bell notification button, leave the comments nice. That's all we ask. School is now out. Good night, and God bless you in everything you do.